how the electric charges are in the conductors and insulators. Okay, so it is electric charge, we know, conductors and insulators. By the word itself, we can say conductors is nothing but which will allow the current to go inside, right? So which means that current means which will allow the electrons to flow inside. Okay, so that is called as a conductor. So what does mean by insulator then? Of course, it will never allow the electrons to flow inside. Okay, and apart from this, okay, so sometimes we will get the questions like what does mean by conductor, what does mean by insulator, differentiate it. So it may be for 2 marks. Okay, so of course we know we will write it will allow the electrons to flow, it will not allow the electrons to flow. But what is the other points we can add it here? See, when we are adding the charges to the conducting material, it will disperse the material through the surface. Okay. But in the case of insulator, okay, so what I'm saying is if I put the electron here, okay, if I'm charging means rubbing, right? Keep it in a mind. Whenever I'm saying charging, it means that it is rubbing. Okay. So whenever I'm rubbing, there will be the electrons get moved from one place to another place, right? So if I'm doing that in the conductors, okay, so what will happen? They will move from one place to another place. This will happen in the conductors. But in the case of insulator, when I'm rubbing, even if there is an electron, they will not move from one place to another place. Okay, so what is happening? They are not allowing the electrons to move from one place to another place. Okay, so keep it in mind. These things, apart from this, in the conductors, most of the time we will say there will be more electrons. Of course, the current is because of the electrons, right? That's why we will say conductors will have more electrons. Because of that only, when we are giving the external force or external charges or external rubbing, it will start move from one place to next place, it will produce the current. In the case of insulator, already there will be less electron. Even if we are giving the electron, they will not allow the electrons to go inside, so they will not conduct the current, right?